Hello everyone, I'm very happy to see you in episode 11. I hope that you went through the episode 10 because it was a very important episode. In episode 10 we concluded and repaired the entire quest ecosystem. Also we added a door that is opening and closing when you speak to Mustache Man after completing the quest. It's all finished and completed and it all works, but you really need to to go through episode 10 to fix it. So yeah, I hope you did that and you synchronize your project with mine, because now we're going to be able to prefab it and basically use this quest system for all the chain quests that we got in game with return items. But for this episode we will work on two things. Like you see, my French counterpart was doing a slow motion thing. I was speaking about the fact that Rem, the player, currently walks like a snail, and it's so painful. I think we lived through 10 episodes of Rem the snail. I think this is enough. We will address the run speed. This video is two-part. So there is the whole let's give Rem a run speed, and then the other part is we're gonna fix the, not fix, but I mentioned orally in previous episodes that in Feline Realms, in my game, I found the easy way to fix the battle areas when you don't put an image. So you see the city when you fight, and this is completely amazing. But you also saw two Rem. You saw the RemWorld and the Rem battle, so this was a problem. So if you remember, I said there is a way to make him invisible and remove his collider when he's in battle, so this way we can fix all that. So we're gonna do that in part 1, and then after that we're gonna do the run speed thing. You can just follow on the screen for part 1 to fix the collider and the stuff like that to make the player invisible, if you want to unlock the capability of making battles in a real scene instead of having a non-adapted background image like a cave image or overworld image. Neither of those match the modern Japanese city depicted in this scene. So yeah, in the Discord there is the link below. I will put all the code there so you can copy paste if you don't want to pause and actually try to do what I did, because a simple indentation, a simple period or a dot or a simple thing will break everything. This is this way in everything that is code related. So to remove the possibility of answers, I invite you to go to Discord to get the code of everything that I will do in this episode. You just have to know how to patch it. So just follow visually how to copy paste. So right now, yeah, this is a voiceover, so I basically have to speak about the same subject, but I don't remember word for word where my French counterpart is. So we're gonna start with the GameManager.cs. Be sure this is the right one. There are multiple game manager, but you need to take the one that's .cs. When you double click it, it's gonna open your coding program by default. So if you touch nothing, it's gonna be Unity, like me, Unity, Visual Studio Code thingy. So yeah, I just placed the window there so you can see it. And once once that's done, I will dive deep into what we're gonna do in the game manager. Remember, this is not run speed. Run speed is part 2 in the player controller. This part 1 in the game manager, we're gonna deal with making RemWorld go invisible when we enter a battle. So this way we can remove the picture from the battle background and have a whole new dimension of environment while you fight. This is I think it's amazing. You will see. It's gonna be like in Feline Realms. Of course, by now you don't really know what Feline Realm is. You know, it's just a game on development that I put on pause to teach you guys how to make a game in the first place. So yeah, as soon as the guide is finished, I'm gonna go deep. I take a few weeks of break from working on the same project 6 months in a row. So now I do this right now. It alleviates some not boredom, but some I don't know the word in English. Alleviate some pressure, let's say. Alleviate some tension, some routine, some repetitiveness. Just refresh myself a bit. But in the same way, when you teach something, is when you learn deeper the things. So I figure for myself, by teaching you guys like the entry point, while I'm taking a break from developing for a few weeks, I'm still learning by teaching you guys, and I'm gonna I'm gonna integrate some of the cool stuff in my own game after when I'm done with the guide. But whatever. So here I'm explaining this is the vanilla kit. I haven't modified anything yet. I'm explaining that there is a conditioning here that basically says if you're in the game menu, if you're speaking, if you're fading between areas, if you're shop active, etc. If you're any of those things, the player can move becomes false. If you're not doing any of those things, the player controller can move is true. This is very simple to understand, but this is right here that we want to add additional logic just for the game to also, while it already controls the controller player. So we just want to add, I want you to also change this layer, because on the player layer I see him twice, and that's ridiculous. So I'm gonna put him on default, and I also want you to make his collider false. It's as simple as that. And of course, then you need to re-enable it. So I show now where we're gonna copy paste all this. This is in the void update. You don't go further than that. Now I show the bracket. I position it this way. Personally, I prefer it this way because then you see visually it opens there, it closes there. You know that everything you put now will be inside of the void update function. I'm so not sure about the names in English. I know the difference between a method and a function, but I'm not actually sure the fine details in English. But whatever, okay? I'm just gonna call them functions or methods. For you guys, it makes no difference. Just know that a method is slightly less cool than a function, but it's okay. But sometimes you don't need to be extra cool. It's more complicated for nothing. Sometimes you need just a method. But whatever. So I copy paste at this precise location this new logic that says if there is a battle, Mr. Get component, please go fetch something named a sprite and something named a player and put it on something named default. Since all those names exist, I use proper words that work with the 2D RPG kit. The Unity is able to find everything that I told them to do, and it's gonna work. You just need to really make it the same. Now I'm showing, look what happens when we put to player to default. This is gonna do the same thing to RemWorld, the one that we sound double during the battle. So he's gonna put him behind the canvas. And we want when he's not in a battle to make him visible, And also you see the thing that is with a red line under. No panic, guys. This is the next thing we're going to copy paste. I am asking methods like to enable and disable the collider, because this is important. While it's nice to have RemWorld invisible, if his collider is still there, you can have like Mr. Anti-Hero walking, that's like pushing him around, and while he's pushing him around, it's gonna move the camera along with the player, because we did not change the logic for the camera when we're in battle, and we do not want it. That would break the kit. You want the camera to stay where it is to allow to switch between having an image or not. So what we want to do is remove his collider during battle by adding these two methods: disable player collider and enable player collider. I put the code in the Discord if you don't want to like just pause and copy and type the same thing. If you already coded, you know how it works, the indentation and the syntax and everything. But otherwise, if you're very green at this, you will want to copy paste what's in Discord probably. For this part anyway, you have the option, because I show it on the screen a lot, but for the run speed, there was many indentation problems while doing surgical copy pasting, and I was like, there's no way that someone that is green is gonna be able to follow this. So I made that video edit. I just got and said, you know what, guys, if you want run speed, copy paste the whole thing on my Discord. Otherwise, everyone that is not like code savvy is gonna get stuck there and is gonna be angry, and I don't want anyone to be angry. If someone wants run speed, copy paste the thing I put on Discord. If you need help to integrate it, I am on Discord most of the time. So now I show the screen one last time, just so you we added this part here. If battle active, else blah blah blah, into the void update at this exact place, and then we added those two methods, enable and disable collider. This is the only thing that we did, and the only thing that we need to do, if you make no mistake, in order to turn your GameManager.cs into something similar to mine in Feline Realms, where you can have real-time battles, real scene battle, I mean. So once I think I'm once again showing it all, because in French I'm like saying it all over again, once again, like, guys, be sure that you don't make a mistake, because this is the only part in the guide where you can mistake, where we play around with code. You can make mistake if you don't follow the inspector properly, or you take for granted I did something, but like I'm gonna zig but I zagged. No, don't take anything for granted. Watch the screen. so I'm showing again, I added this part and this part and this part, you know. So sorry those that know how to code, but anyway, there are timestamps. You can jump to the next thing. So now I'm gonna show you guys what I did basically, which is to remove all the background images in the 3 battle zones that we got there. And once the images I know now, I just saved. It was loading. I thought it was the game loading, but no, it was loading because I saved the script. So you save the script, and then we're gonna go into the 3 battle layer, and we're gonna remove the image. Like I said, you're not forced to do this, but try to convince me that it makes sense to have the visual of a cave in the middle of a Tokyo street, Tokyo, Japan, whatever, which city this is. Like no, it makes no sense. The overworld makes a little more sense, you know, like it could, it's a sunny day and you happen to show like the park with the tree and the benches, so it could do. But the cave, there's no way it's gonna work, so I just put none in the three battles. So now we're gonna see in action that with the changes we made to the GameManager.cs, now we will not see RemWorld while we're in a battle, because usually in the rectangle in the map it shows the background picture, but now it will show nothing. So you will see like you were actually fighting in the street. I think this makes the kit so much better. It's like a eureka moment I had one night. I was like, dude, let's do this. It's gonna be so much better. I just have to fix the collider, and I did. I share this with you guys. Look, instead of having a generic stupid background, you're actually fighting in the street. What do you want more? And now I switched to the scene instead of battle, so that you can see what's going on. And we see that the player is still there. He's even idle action. You see he's moving. So all we did is make it invisible, because otherwise you would have seen him. But the other thing what we did is the 2 methods to remove and put back is collider, because while he's invisible, he still exists as an object, and so if there is like a car or a monster or anything, he's gonna push the collider of the Rem world. My mind was blowing thinking about how great that was. So and we don't want that, because the camera is kind of attached to him. So if a car hits you, it's RemWorld while you're fighting, it moves the camera. So it's why I needed in Feline Realms to remove the collider, but it's good for everyone, because look right now, if there's a crow or something that would hit invisible Rem, it would try to make a battle while you're already in a battle, and problems arise when you code stuff improperly. This is why I said when you activate or deactivate something, you need to make sure to put it back. So now I'm attacking a crow, because there's no way that level 1 freshly spawned generated player clone is gonna beat anti-hero. So I'm just saying there is one restriction with this style of when you don't put a picture, because when you put a picture it's magical, it hides everything, so you can just put a picture and don't bother with the placement of enemies. Otherwise, if you don't want, let's say, the player to visually appear like he's inside of the wall, then it's up to you to make sure that the monster does not go to a spot where if the player touches him, the player transitioning to Rem Battle would show Rem Battle in a wall. So this falls into game design territory. You know, I was saying previous episode, I'm sure if I was saying it in French or English, but when you paint a scene, you're basically creating an illusion. The same goes for the placement of enemies, the placement of sounds. So if you want to put a Doppler effect on vehicles and stuff, you need to think about the scene realism to maintain the illusion. So yeah, so that's a fight for you to place the monster at good spots where you won't have stuff that's like breaking the fourth wall, like why is the car on the roof? Yeah, maybe I should not put a battle area next to a building with cars in it. So yeah, so now I'm moving to the PlayerController.cs, not to be confused with other player.something files. So the PlayerController.cs, this one has multiple changes to be made in it if you want it. Like mine in Feline Realms. So I don't necessarily recommend you guys to do this change if you really are clueless. So yeah, otherwise I'm showing you guys how to do it, and I'm gonna show it in action. Like, look, I got run speed. This is amazing. I'm gonna show you how to flip it to have the run speed by default, because when you put it by default, then the mobile people also get the run speed, because currently the changes I will make now make run speed go on the shift keys of the keyboard. But if you want to give run speed that way to people playing on mobile, you would need to manually add also either a button on the screen to switch speeds, or you would need to do something about it. It would not magically do itself. So me, what I like to do is to hit two birds with one stone. So I will just put the run speed, the default speed. So without any single code, the people on mobile, when they move, they will move at the run speed. They just won't have access to the non-running speed. But you can code all that. I'm just showing you right now how to put run speed in your game like in mine. This is basically what I said. I said I'm gonna help you make your games like mine. So I'm sharing with you the code for Feline Realms Player Controller to make it exactly like mine. So he runs by default. If I press shift, he slows down. But what I'm saying is that I personally change it because I like games to go better. See, a YouTube video once, it was so smart. It was like, you want your game to be twice more fun, make it twice faster. It's like, oh my god, that is so true. There's a bottleneck to that. You can make it too fast and then you ruin it. But it's true. I was speaking of free upgrades as well. Like you see a free crow sprite like that, like wow, this is visually impressive. You replace the lame sprite with that's a free upgrade. Same goes with run speed. The run speed is a free upgrade, guys. This code I'm gonna give you in Discord, this is a free upgrade. It's gonna make your game more fun just because you move faster. It's just as simple. So if you want to have run speed by default without changing the code at this point, you just invert the values. So now the normal speed is 8, and when you press on shift it goes 4. And the same goes for the number of frames per second, the animator that we modify in the code. You switch the logical. So now the logic is inverted. The player will run by default, and if you press shift he will walk. Why would you want to have a rem the snail? You could you can put triggers like you want, like I said. So you can do when you're in walking mode. So if you're actively holding the shift key, you can make a circle of light appear around him and uncover items then, or whatever, you know. There's an infinity of mechanics you can put to recycle the fact that why is there the normal run speed, normal walking speed exists. What's the point? This is so lame. Well, you know, you can recycle it. Otherwise I like the game, but on the speed, the permanent run speed. So now I'm not 100% sure the order in which my French counterpart will say the thing, so I'll just jazz it. Down in the Discord there is a link for my down in the description there is a link to my Discord, and the reason I ask you to go there if you want the code for the player controller is because when I was implementing it, you know, copy pasting one line at a time, it was creating a lot of indentation problems, and I was like, dude, I got like 8 years of coding experience, and I'm having all this bullshit. So no, I don't want someone that is green to have to diagnostic stuff like that. I'm not. So what I'm gonna do is I'll put the entire PlayerController.cs code on my Discord, and you can just copy paste the totality of it. Then you open your own PlayerController.cs, you delete everything that's in it, and you paste what's in mine. Then you save, and you're gonna have exactly mine, exactly what's on the screen right now that you see. This is exactly what I'm gonna copy paste. So yeah, but for the collider, you could just, I'll put it on Discord as well. I put everything on Discord, okay? It's more simple. So thank you guys for watching the episode. The next episode, it will be about patching the kit, because we had fantastic news, but I don't have much time. So we'll see in the next episode, guys. I hope that you enjoy Run Speed, and that you enjoy the battles with the custom appearance of battles. So thank you very much, and see you. So hi everyone, thank you very much for staying until the end of the video. I like to take this time to ask you to please go on Steam and wishlist my game. Also, you can go on Twitch to see me doing some live development occasionally. If you're a super chat or super chatted, you can do additional support on Patreon. Otherwise, please like and subscribe. Those are really what I'm looking after, because I need to reach 500 subscribers to even be able to get some sort of income from YouTube. Until then, I'm doing this all for free. So thank you for subscribing very much.